Welcome to Torah portion, Devarim, first book, first parsha in the fifth book. We are the third reading. We're in chapter 1, verse 22. V'atikrevun Elai, Moshe is continuing with in first person, speaking, right? Not third person, which the rest of the Torah was written in. Then you approached me, kulchem, all of you, b'taimru, when you said nishalcha anoshim, let us send men lefanenu before us, v'yachperu lanu, and they should search out for us is haaretz, the land, v'yashivu oisanu, and they will bring back for us davar, a thing, a word, as derech, the path, asher na'leba, the route that we should take to go up, to ascend to it, to the land. There's a way to go, right? And battle. And as far as the cities, that we shall come to them, meaning come to them and how to wage battle with them, right? Rashi in 22. Vatikrim, and as Kolchem and you all approached me, the Arbuvia, as rabble-rousers. In other words, why does he have to say all of you? That you came, all of you. Why? All of you being, Rashi's learning from there, meaning to be a rabble-rouser. Further on it says, it says you approached me, all the heads of the tribes and the elders. And you said, behold, Hashem, our God, has shown us. That approach was proper. Where you have the young honored the elders, and they sent them ahead of them. And the elders, they honored the heads of the and the leaders, that they should go before them. But here, all of you approached me, that as rabble-rousers. The young are pushing the elders, and the elders are pushing the heads, the leaders. So Rashi's showing how he knows that this word kulchem, all of you, because the word all of you, why should that mean that you came, to make trouble, right? It's because later on it says orderly. First the leaders and then the elders, which means a respect. There's an order. But here it's all of you, so it means it's disrespectful, which means therefore you came in a manner of being a rabble-rouser to create disorder. Got it? Yashivu oisanu davar, and you to bring back a word to us, Rashi. Be'ezer lashon hey medabrim, regarding which language the inhabitants of the land they speak. In other words, Yashivu oisanu davar, to return back to us. Obviously, you're going there scouting out the land. You're going to return to us and tell us what is going on in the land. Why you say davar, a word, meaning which language are they speaking? It's that's the superfluous word to teach us that idea. That's a derech, the road that we should ascend to. There's no road that doesn't have a crookedness in it. In other words, it's not a straight path. So therefore, we need to know the route and how to take, because it wouldn't be what would be the straightest path? And to the cities that we should come, first to conquer. Right, since we were commanded to conquer the land, right? So the information would be, where do you come first to conquer the land? Okay. Next, 23. And And this matter, Yitav means from the word toiv, good. And it was good be'enai, in my eyes, hadavar, this thing, this matter became. So from you, 12 men, each echad l'shaved, one man per tribe. Rashi in 23. The Yitav be'enai hadavar. The matter was good in my eyes. Be'enai, in my eyes, but not in the eyes of God. Not in the eyes of God. Right? But if in the eyes of God it was good, why did he mention it in the admonition of the Jewish people? In other words, there's obviously a positive side to this because it's good in the eyes of Moshe. Remember that the context over here is that Moshe is rebuking the Jewish people. So, how is this part of that? Lama Amra B'Seicha, why is it said in the rebuke? Mashal Adam Sheim Elchaber. This can be compared to a man who says to his friend, sell me this donkey of yours. Amalai, the owner said, hey, all right, I'll sell it. So the one who wants to buy it, he says, would you give it to me to try out this donkey to see if it's a good donkey or not? Amalai. So he says to him, hey, all right, no problem. Then he says, will you let me try it on the mountains and on the hills? Amalai. So the owner says back to him, okay, no problem, all right. Once he saw that he wasn't hindering him at all, in other words, said you could test the donkey in any manner that you wished. So the buyer said in his heart, but this guy's certain who's the owner of the donkey. They're not going to find any flaw on the donkey. So he said immediately to him, take your money. I'm not going to try it out because I feel that, you're so assured that I could do this, then I don't need to try it out. So that's a metaphor. So similarly, Moshe said to them, I agree to your words. So you might retract. Now, why did I agree that you could send spies? Not because you need to send spies. God already said you're going to take the land, right? You're already certain that you're going to, but I was certain in it. So I only said it in order that you should retract. That you will see that I'm not holding back, that you could send spies. But you did not retract. You wanted to send nonetheless, right? Meaning you weren't trusting. We got to trust in our leaders. Next Rashi. So I took from you Min habir abrurim shebachem. I took from the select from amongst you. Min losim shebachem, from the best and the finest of you. Shnei masara anashim. I took 12 men, each echad l'shevet, one man per tribe. Magidus tells Shevet Levi Moyam, the tribe of Levi was not a part of this. Didn't we know this already? I don't get this at all. And Pesach in Parsha Shlach, you're with us? Okay, fine. Okay. All right, so in Parsha Shlach, folks, we have the 12 names of the tribes, the leaders of the tribe, and Levi is not mentioned there. So we already know that. So why is it repeated over here? I don't know. I mean, that fact we know. Okay, 24. All right. And Vifna we turned, and they turned, right? Yalu, and they went up to the mountain. They came up to the valley of Eshkol. They spied it out. Right now, continue with the spies. This is what they did now. 24. Ad Nachal Eshkol, they came until the valley of Eshkol. Literally means a cluster. Magid Shenikra al Shem Seifai. It was named for its end. In other words, why is it called Eshkol? Because they brought huge clusters of grapes, right, to show them how, everything is big there, and there's no way that we're going to be able to take over the people, right? So, yeah, so that's what it's called by its end.
Huge clusters of grapes.
Yeah, that's why it's called Eshkol. Eshkol means a cluster.
Because of that, big people eat them. Then we're not going to be able to take over the.
Well, it means there's big, everything's huge there. The people are huge. And, the cities are fortified in a huge way. Everything is like over the top and, the Iraglu Oisan, they spied it out. Melamed, the Tisha Shahochubo, Aimanim, along all four sides. Shesivarev, the length and the breadth. How does that teach us, son?
What was the future event that Rashi is referring to?
He's talking about the past event of the spies spying out the land. That's what we're talking about now. So I don't know how he gets this from here. And it means traversed all four, in other words, east, west, south, and north, the length and the breadth, right? I'm not certain how you get it from the words v'yiraglu oisa. It. I mean, I guess it means it in its entirety, so therefore it means all four directions. I guess so. That's the way I understand it. Okay, 25. V'yikchu, and they took biyadam in their hands, mi priya aretz, from the, here we have from the fruit of the land. V'yiridu aleinu, and they brought it down to us. V'yashubu oisanu davar, and they brought back word to us. But and they said, Taiva haaretz, the land is wonderful, it's good. Asher Hashem Elokeinu noisen lanu, that Hashem our God is giving to us. Right? 25. They brought down to us. Magi, this tells us, Eretz Yisrael Gavoya Mikol Haaretz. It's a land of Israel higher than all their lands, right? Because they brought down to us, meaning where the land of Israel is higher and we are lower, where we were outside of Israel, right? But Yom Teva Aretz, and they said the land is good. So what would they say their goodness is? Who said the land is good? Yeshua, Kalev, Joshua and Kalev said it, right? Exactly. Right. They said it was good. So it's interesting, the words of Rashi, the words of the verse over here, like they brought good fruit, saying right? And
is it two of them brought the good fruit?
No, well, they didn't bring the fruit. So it's a little kind of contradictory, this verse. Right? Because they brought the fruit, on the contrary, to show how big it is and how awesome it is and how the people are big and awesome, right? But then it says the land is good is the latter half, based on what bringing back the fruit. But the fruit was used by the 10 spies on the contrary. But I guess Yeshua and Kalev want to say from there, no, the land is good. Whatever. It just seems to be contrary to what we learned in Shlach. That's all, right? What we learned, and here, and Rashi's not addressing it. That's a challenge, a difficulty that I had. Yeah. Okay. David, you're doing amazing. Got to tell you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Right. Focused and getting it. Guys, let's focus. And he didn't want to go up. V'tamru al pi Hashem, and you rebelled against the word of God, right? Elokeichem, your God. Rashi, Tamru, Lashon Hasrasa. It's a language of confrontation. Esatim neged ma'amare. You confronted against his words. Sorry, the 10. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, he's speaking to all of the Jewish people, so he means all of the Jewish people, right? Based on the 10, the others also rebelled. They all said, we're not going to go up, right? They didn't want to go up.
Well, where?
To Israel. Israel, as we just learned, is higher and therefore than other lands, and therefore it's you go up to Israel. 27. And you were murmuring in the tents, if you will.
We're just repeating everything that we did already.
Yeah, that's why it's in English, it's called, or in Latin, it's called Deuteronomy, meaning second teachings, right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You go, okay. Good.
Actually, we also call it Mishnah Torah, like the Rambam's called Mishnah Torah, right? This book is also called Mishnah Torah, repeated teachings.
Good in French means two.
Right? I think it's about Deuteronomy. I think Deuteronomy means teachings. Deuteronomy means double teachings, second teachings in Latin. It's not a French word, not even Old French. Right. Yeah. Okay. So you were murmuring and others, you were slandering in your tents, Batayru, and they said, or you said in the plural, Besinas Hashem Oisanu, because God hates us, he right? He took us out of the land of Egypt. To deliver us in the hands of the Amorites to exterminate us. Wow.
God is evil.
Oh no, he hates us.
Yeah.
Because look what he's doing to us.
Roll that.
Remember, he's repeating. He slandered lashon hara, malicious talk. Nirgan. Similarly, the word nirgan, reish gimel nun, right, is the root, is words of slander. Adam ametzi diva, right? Person who's spreading gossip. That's the idea. In their tents, right? You know, you're hanging out in your tents means, you know, to the family, you're telling everybody about the slanderous things of the land of Israel. What did you say? Because God hates us. If he would have loved us, but God, he loves you, God. But you hate him. As the popular saying goes, that which is in your heart, is about your friend. Is what you think is in his heart. Allah is about you, right? That's what you think someone else is thinking about you is your thoughts, what you're thinking about him. Right. So you think your friend is thinking negative about you? It's because you're thinking negative about him. So you think God's thinking negative about you? It's because you're thinking negative and hateful about him. So you're projecting exactly. This is the source of projection. Right, exactly. Because God, Hashem hates us. He took us out of the land of Egypt. And taking us out is an expression of hatred. So he's now going to give this in a metaphor compared to a king of flesh and blood. A human king, right? He had two sons. And he had two fields. One that is irrigated, easily irrigated. And one that was dependent on rain, that it would irrigate it. The Mishu I have the one he loves, nice and Shaki, he gives him a field that's easily irrigated, right? The Mishu is saying, and the one who he hates, he gives him one that's dependent on rain alone. So now that's the metaphor. What does that mean over here? Land of Egypt is irrigated by the Nile River. The Nile rises and overflows its banks. And waters the land. There's Canaan, Shabbat, but the land of Canaan is dependent on rain. So he took us out of the good land of Egypt. To give us this lousy land, an inferior land of the two that are dependent on rain from above.
Pretty well irrigated today.
What's that to do with what we're learning? Yeah, so no, we shouldn't go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. The point is that they had to use a lot of ingenuity and a lot of brain power to do that, as opposed to that it was you. If you love me, then I didn't have to do that. You would have given me the easy path, right? You would have given me the easy path and giving me the one that's naturally irrigated, that I don't have to do anything, right? Which is, of course, the parent that hates their child in the end. This is people who hate God, right? Because the parent that hates their child gives them everything that they want, makes it easy for them, rather than giving them something that they have to work for and earn to get to, right? If you really love your child, that's what you're going to do. But here right?
The common thing I see today.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
very often parents want to make child's passage into.
What did I just say? Didn't I just say that? I was just wondering if I just said it. Okay, no, but right, exactly. That's right, and that's really hating your child in the end. And you know why a parent does it? Because they hate themselves, and they think by doing this that will be loving, but it's really because deep down they're not accepting themselves, so they have to do this so they could soothe themselves. That's really what it is. Anyway, I'm sorry I went off that tangent. I'm sorry I went off that tangent.
My boss to see if
she
agrees with you.
Yeah, because otherwise you would do what's good for them, not what's easy for them. Okay, 28. Anachnu oilim. Where shall we go up? Achenu himasu. Our brothers have discouraged us, Islavavenu, in our hearts. Lamor, saying, "I'm Godel." They're a great people, nation. Veramimenu, Arim, and they are. 1 second. Sorry, no. Ramimenu, and they are much great, taller than us. Arim Gedeles, they have great cities, Vetzuris Vishamayim, and they're fortified to the heavens. The Gam is Bnei Anokim, and also the sons of Anokim of Anokim. We saw there. Rashi, Arim Gedelim Vetzuris Vishamayim, that they have cities that are great and fortified to the heavens. Divra Aksuvim Lashon Havoy. It's speaking in exaggerated terms of the verse, right? It doesn't mean literally to the heavens, but it's giving it, an exaggerated manner. And I said to you, mayhem. Do not be broken and do not be frightened from them. Rashi in 29. Do not be do not be broken. Don't be broken. Lashon shvira, a language of brokenness. Kitarguma, as Unkelis translates. It's similar to the crevices in the valleys do dwell. Shibur necholim, the brokenness of the valleys. And nikreis hanecholim, and the holes in the valleys. He's just bringing out that the term means broken. Okay, so don't be broken, he says. Hashem Elokeichem, Hashem, your God, that goes before you. He will wage battle for you. As everything he's done with you, right? For you, with you, in Egypt, before your very own eyes. What does it mean? He'll battle for you on your behalf. God is going to battle on your behalf. You need to go out. You just need to go out. You just have to do everything for battle, and God will wage the battle. You shoot the gun, right? You pull the arrow, but that the success is God's success. He's doing the battle for you. And that's the way the Jews need to know today. That's how we win the war. Right, that was now out of Egypt what he did for you, right? And now in the desert, Asher Isa, that you saw, Asher Nasacha Hashem Elokecha, that he picked you up, Hashem your God, Kasher Isa, metaphorically like Ish as Benoy, like a father picks up his son, or a man picks up his son. Literally, it doesn't say father. Bechol Aderech in the entire path, the entire journey, Asher Halachim, that you went. Ad bayachem, until you have come. Adamakom is to this place. God carried you in the desert, right? You saw that yourself. 31. In the wilderness, in the desert, you've seen. This refers to the preceding verse. Everything that he did for you in Egypt, also off the midbar, he did also in the desert. That you have seen. Also that Hashem has carried you, taking care of you. As a man carries his son, should be understood. As I've explained, as the angel of God who went in front of the camp of Israel. He can be compared to someone who's along the road, and his son is in front of him. Bandits came to take him captive, and what did he do? So the father took his son and he put him from in front. He placed him behind him. Then a wolf came from behind him. Then his father put his son in front of him. When bandits came in front of him, so what did he do? He put him on his arms and he fought against them. Right? That's what God did for the Jewish people. Right? We had bandits in front of us, wolves behind us. God held us up so that we shouldn't be touched by any enemy, and he took care of us and battled as he did against the Amorites, against Og Melech HaBashan, against Moab, as he did against Amalek, and all of that. We saw that. You saw that yourself in the desert. That's what he's saying. Okay. But regarding this matter, you're not a believing in God, your God, Hashem, your God. What this thing is, that he promises you that he's going to bring you to the land, you do not believe in him. Who goes before you in the path, to scout out a place that you should dwell, fire at night, to show you the path, that you should go in and you should travel in, and by the cloud by day. Right? Again, showing how God is taking care of you and the path that you need to take in the desert. 33 in Rashi, to show you. What's he showing you? In other words, to cause you to see. Similar to the lead you on the way. Israel. Okay, just showing that it means that the word means that I am enabling you to see that I'm taking care of you. That's the point of the verse. V'yishma Hashem, and Hashem heard eskel divrechem, the voice of your words. V'yiktzay, and he was angry. V'yishav lemar, and he promised and he swore, saying, if any of these men of this evil generation, right, this as a teva share says, the good that I've sworn to give to your forefathers. Now there's none of this. This generation is going to see the good that I've promised to your forefathers. In other words, they're going to die out this generation, right? And it'll be the generation that he's talking to is going to go into the land. So Lasi, except verse 36, except Kalev ben Yefuna, Kalev the son of Yefuna, Hu Yirena, he will see it, meaning see the land. Is and I will give him the land. Asher darach ba, that he will trot upon, ulavanav, and to his children. Yan asher mole acharai Hashem, because Shemile, that he completely acharai Hashem, followed after God, right? Completely followed after God. Asher darach ba, that he trod upon. Where did he trod upon? Right, the Torah. We learned this in Parsha Shlach, Chevron. Because it says he went to Chevron. Remember, why did he go to Chevron? No. Who's buried there? Patriarchs and the matriarchs. He went to pray there. That he should not be influenced. He went to pray there. That he shouldn't be influenced by the other spies who we saw that they were, had an agenda. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rivka, Leah. Adam and Sarah. Adam, yes. Chava. Rachel's not buried there. She's buried in Bethlehem. Okay, 37. Gambi, son of Hashem, also in me, God was angry because of you, saying, you will not come. The son of Nismale, he was filled with anger. Yeshua ben Nun, and Yeshua, the son of Nun, that stands before you, he will go there. He will go there to the land. Strengthen him. Is Israel, because he will cause you to inherit the land. Wow. Amazing.
Moses at this point sort of blaming the Jewish people for his what he's not getting. Sort of counterproductive on the part of Moses.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have said it.
Okay.
He didn't go into the land because of an action that
all right, folks.
he had.
We'll see you shortly.
But at the same time,
Thank you.